This is a 2018 Windy Zonda, and these are a really cool boat. They're designed to be fast weekenders or day boats, and it starts right on the outside. You can see how deep V this hull is. These are exceptional sea boats, really, really good. You take this out in a bit of chop and they just power through it. They're fantastic. This one's got the dark blue hull, which is nice. They did these in white or also pale grey, but I do think that this dark blue does look particularly good. And the other thing that's slightly unusual on this one is that a lot of these had single engines. It's usually a D6 400. This has got a pair of D3s, so you've got two outdrives on the back here with stainless steel propellers, and we'll look at the engines of course when we're on board. And these on the outside are the trim tabs. But it is a particularly good looking boat. I love the way that this arches back across. It looks really nice. Anyway, let's go and have a look on board. Boarding ladder is here, obviously normally for coming up and swimming, but it's going to help us today get on board. Look, they put these little handles here, so as you come up you've got something to hold on to. That's a very good idea. And that ladder then just lifts and folds and drops into there. And in fact, even that, look how they put that on the gas strut. A lot of detail gone into this. Now this has the canopies in place at the minute. Normally you'd run this, of course, completely open. But the idea is that this canopy is quite easy to deploy. And I'll show you that as best I can. What they've done is they've made this canopy so that it drops into a rail behind here. You lift the engine hatch up and the whole thing just collapses down inside there. So it's really easy to deploy or to put away. And what it covers is this cockpit area. So you've got sunbathing on the back. This whole backrest will in fact slide right to the back and make this a bigger sunbathing area if you want it. We can have it as seating as it is at the moment. And there's another seat opposite. And again, we see that legendary windy quality. Look at this table. Absolutely beautiful. And more seating on this side. So there's a very social cockpit area actually. And then as we head forward, we've got more seating over on this side facing forward, and then your helm position over here. It's got lift bolster seats. They're raised at the minute, but you can drop those down if you prefer to sit and drive. But this sort of boat, it's most exciting to stand up at the helm. You wedge yourself against here and you drive it like this. You've got a footrest to put your feet on, and it just locks you into a really great driving position, which you need because this is a seriously high performance boat. Other windy touches, this solid rail that goes all the way around, so you've got something to hold on to all the way around this front end of the cockpit. You've got your engine controls are here and your trim tabs. Bow thruster on this one. This is nice. The gauges are all paired, so if you look at these volts and the water temperature and the revs, so you can check at a glance and just make sure they all match each other. These are the trims for the outdrives. Also a chain counter on this one as well. It's quite unusual. So as you're winching the chain out, you can see how much depth you've got down. That's nice. And then that's your fuel gauge there and your water gauge. And underneath this one is the multi-function display. So that's your charts. If I can get it off. There we go. Hybrid touch array marine. Very nice. And that, in case you're wondering, is a compass up underneath there. Like so. And I like the way they've done this in all low glare material so it doesn't reflect upon the windscreen. And this, don't see these very often, that is for charts to go underneath. And stainless steel cup holders here. And then all your switch gear is across the bottom. It's very nicely done. Very nice indeed. Now what they've done with this is by making this canopy easy to deploy, the idea is that this becomes kind of like your lounge area at night. You put the canopy up and you sit up here, and what that means is that the cabin is just basically for sleeping in or for cooking or the toilet. So what they've done is just put a big double bed in here, and that then is much more comfortable than lying on converted seating. So that works well. And in fact, the storage underneath as well, as you can see, for canopies and other bits and pieces. And again, it's all the detail in the woodwork that they've done in here. This little trivet that they've put on here. You've got the ceramic hob. This is storage down in places like this. It's compact because it's a sports boat, but it's beautifully done. That's for all your cups and plates and whatnot. And if you look, there's not an inch of bare fiberglass. Everything is lined all the way through. Very nice indeed. That's a hanging locker over on that side. No, it isn't. That shelve's over on that side. It's a hanging locker on this side. I'll edit that out later. There we go. Or I won't. Let's just be honest, I don't always get it right. And what else have we got? Toilet is in here. There we go. Little sink and a loo. That's electric flush loo. Very good indeed. It is, as I say, very much a weekender. It's not sort of boat where you think, right, we're going to go away for a month on the boat. It's the sort of thing where you go and have a blast down the coast, and then you maybe stay a night over on the boat and then blast back the next day. That, incidentally, is a little power socket. I think these are great. They're a lot of fun to drive. You might think, where's the fridge? Well, that's actually under the floor out here. There we go. Top loading fridge. Anyway, let's talk about engines. So there is a button here somewhere. Ding, 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 ding. I think it's that one. Yeah, here we go. Let's wind that up. I won't get too far because we've got the canopy on the back. But we can go up enough that we can get a look. There we are. And underneath here, as I say, it does raise up a lot higher if you've got the canopy out of the way. Talking of the canopy, this is the track that it lies in when you drop it down. And then underneath here are a pair of Volvo Penta D3 220 horsepower. Look how clean this boat is. It's only got 85 hours on it apparently. It's fantastic. Now, speed 45 knots apparently. Unbelievable. So cruising, you could actually cruise this at 40 knots, and that hull is so good that actually you wouldn't need it to be flat calm either. I think that is very, very impressive. One thing you might notice as well, this here is to slide your table in. If you don't want the cockpit table in place, that's where it lives, and the leg clips into those little sockets over there. They think of everything. And then that lifts up as well, and you can see how the canopy then goes around that. And that blue cable is the shore power, so you can plug it into the marina and get mains power on the boat. Let's drop that one back down with that button there. And in fact, while we're back in this area, there is one more thing I wanted to show you. And again, it's all detailing, but look at this underneath here. That is a fender rack. Oh, you can see that. Yeah, there we go. Let's drop your fenders in out of the way. Again, on a little gas strut, and then that's the shower in underneath that one. It is a lovely, lovely machine. They're not cheap, these Windies, but you do get what you pay for. It's a fabulous bit of kit. To get up onto the foredeck, you're up these steps here. There's an opening windscreen and straight out onto the front. So there you go. Windy 31 Zonda. I've been keen to have a look at one of these. I think they're a great boat, and it's actually the first time I've been on board one, and it certainly lives up to the hype. Hope you've enjoyed that one. As ever, thanks very much for watching, and also thanks very much to boats.co.uk for setting that tour up for me. We'll catch you on another one very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.